Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1232, and today's topic is about flavonoidal glycosides. In previous lecture I have already discussed a lot about flavononucleus, introduction, their structures and all different type of structures. Now I am going to discuss the glycoside. So first you should understand the meaning of glycoside. When I say glycoside means it is made up of a glycone and glycone. A glycone stands for non-sugar. A means non, glycone means sugar, and glycone means it is only sugar. So this sugar can be glucose, ribose, arabinose, xylose, etc. And here a glycone means non-sugar portion is only flavone. Flavone molecule. So when these two molecules, one a glycone means non-sugar, glycone means sugar, when they combine together, they are condensed together, the product will be flavonoidal glycosides. For example, here flavone is like this, it is a flavone molecule, and here one glucose when this is combining with this, we can say that flavone plus glucose, it is your glycoside. And if we are writing the structure of flavone glycosides, you can write like this. So this is the structure of flavone glycoside, where flavone molecule is linked with sugar glucose, and this glucose is linked by oxygen linkage. That's why this flavone glycoside is called O flavone glycoside. So there are different type of flavonoidal glycosides like O glycoside, C glycoside, N glycoside, S glycoside. It depends upon that what linkage of sugar with your flavone molecule. On the basis of that, we are giving the names. So now in continuation, what I want to tell that when we are discussing of flavonoidal glycosides, there are mainly two type of sugar linkages with fluorine molecules. One linkage is that is with oxygen, that is called O-glycoside. I have already discussed this. And the second linkage is carbon-carbon. So the same sugar, glucose, the carbon of glucose and the carbon of fluoronucleus, they are linked together. Then such type of glycosides are called C-glycosides. For example, if I am showing this molecule like this fluorone, it is your A-glycol. Like this, and this is your O, fluorone glycoside. Why O? Because sugar is linked with oxygen, and if the other one is like this, is sugar, then it is your it is called C-fluorone glycoside. So these two possibilities are there in the case of fluorine chemistry of glycosides. Either it will be in the form of O-glycoside or it will be in the form of C-glycoside, where sugar, carbon and A-glycol, fluorine carbon, they are linked together. In O means where oxygen and carbon is linked. And there is a big difference in their stability and hydrolysis. How will you know whether there is oxygen linkage of sugar or carbon linkage of sugar? It is possible only on the basis of hydrolysis. That is called hydrolysis. Hydrolysis of sugar. You know, when glycosides, they are subjected to hydrolysis in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, you will see that the sugar bond will be broken down and fluorine and sugar molecules will be separated. And in that case, you will understand that now it is only fluorine, it is no more glycoside. So, how to know whether it is O-glycoside or C-glycoside? If suppose you are taking 7% H2SO4 and with this 7% H2SO4, if you are heating glycoside and if it is hydrolyzed completely, means sugar linkage is broken, it shows that it is O-glycoside. But by heating in presence of 7% H2SO4, if hydrolysis is not complete, the sugar linkage is not broken, then it is clear indication that it is C-glycoside. So this is the main difference to identify whether it is O-glycoside fluorine or C-glycoside fluorine on the basis of hydrolysis with 7% H2SO4. If there is hydrolysis, means sugar linkage is broken, confirm that it is O-glycoside. But if sugar linkage is not broken, hydrolysis is not complete, means it is C-glycoside. Then in that case we have to add some more, maybe we have to go to 30% or 20% concentrated sulfuric acid. With that, hydrolysis will take place. So here I have given in the form of abstract or summary what I have discussed. So number one, the fluorines, the word fluorine is Latin, means yellow, represents an important group of pigments that occur in the plant kingdom. The basic unit of fluorone is pyrone nucleus, and the simplest aromatic derivative of gamma pyrone, which has simple name, is 2-phenyl benzopyrrole molecule, and that 2-phenyl benzopyrrole molecule is called fluorone. And if the benzene ring is at 3 position, it is called isofluorone, and if it is 2 position, it is called fluorone. So structure is given at 2 position. If phenyl group is there, it is called fluorone, and IUPAC name is 2-phenyl benzopyrrone. And if the same phenyl ring is at 3 position of this benzopyrrone, then it is called isofluorone, and IUPAC name is 3-phenyl benzopyrrone. And number 2, what are fluorides? Fluorides include fluorone, isofluorone, fluonol, which are isolated in pure form was glycine, and from poplar birds. Later studies on plant coloring matter led to the isolation synthesis of large number of flavonoids, and the most important uses of flavonoids are vitamin P activity, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-fragility, and anti-tumor. So now I am going to discuss about the flavonoidal glycosides. I have already told you the summary I have given here. Flavonoidal glycosides, a large number of flavonoid glycosides, both O and C types, have been reported from the plant sources, maybe in flower, leaves, or stem. In the series of O-flavone glycoside is very important. That O glycoside is called quercetin, very powerful anti-cancerous and antioxidant, and in America, Western countries, now the quercetin capsule is very costly, and it is very, very potent and important for cardiovascular, for anti-tumor, and for antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. And with this alone, more than 70 derivatives have been reported out of quercetin. Also, equal number of glycosides in other common flavonoid like camphorol, then myrcene, KAM. Sometimes they also write E, but I am writing KAM. Camphorol and myrcene. Derivatives are reported like epigenine and luteolin. So here I have given some 3 structures which are very much used in medicine as a powerful anti-cancerous and antioxidant compound. The first is quercetin. The nucleus is like that, which is having 4 phenolic group. No, not 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The second one is camphorol, and the only difference is that here it is having 4. 1 is less at this phenyl position, and the third one, that is epigenine. Here in the case of epigenine, here as well as other places, the phenyl group is missing. So with this I will stop, and my request to all those students who are offering natural product chemistry, please, flavonoidal chemistry is also very important. Steroidal, terpenoidal, alkaloidal, they are all very, very important natural products. from medicinal point of view. Once again, thank you very much for watching the lecture.